level in the Fujita scale, but I guess we'll find out in just a second as our final race of the evening has begun.
And don't forget to follow these great runners. All of them are amazing runners. They have put in a lot of work, a lot of practice. And level 1 nuke, our runners have to be so happy right now. We finally get the coveted nuke spell back at our arsenal after 2 seeds of it being unavailable.
Well, there goes Neon Gray's idea.
So
and
definitely
Falconic
don't forget to follow these runners. And if you're very happy to see our runners play, keep your eyes and ears peeled because there is a special race coming up after the Chaos Rush finishes. And there might be a couple of twists, turns, and surprises, and a spicy, devious flag set in the mix.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, this is getting even worse for you, Shadow Walker. The mass immune was given away by the king.
I mean, Mazza available for free and Nuke available at level 1. Our runners have to be very, very happy at this point. There's few things that could have made this much better for a quick start.
Hey,
I guess Tail from the Princess would have been the real dream.
Yeah, but hey, we'll take a ship. That's not going to do you much good as far as advancing this plot, but it does give you 20% extra experience, so it's definitely not a bad thing. We see Wappy now going pirate shopping. We see Tyrannex hanging out at Matoya's cave. Apparently, did the loot get picked up? Where did the loot come from?
Well, in Chaos Rush, you actually start with the loot for free. The loot is no longer required to get through the Temple of Fiends Revisited, so it is given away.
I knew that.
Vader has spotted a mage staff for sale in Corneria, and has picked one up for one of his thieves to give himself some more AoE out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play there. The Titan's Trove yielded virtually nothing.
But Bicky has the tail, importantly, so Wappy now has class change on the table. We're going to have 3 nuke casters. This seat still could be very rough, but buckle up. We've now got some real firepower under our belt.
Wow, this is so fortunate for this type of seed. We all were thinking, oh, this is going to be torture. This is going to take an hour. And on the contrary, here we go. Class change on Wappy's side. And I'm pretty sure Tyrannex is soon to follow. And so is Cheesinator, I'm thinking.
All right, Wappy is straight away going to see the dragons up in Cardi Isle. Gonna get that class change. He's got nuke, he's got a Mazmune, he's got promotion. Triple nuke casters are a go. He is absolutely ready to start really dishing out some damage. Just needs to get to level 15 to get some spell charges for those ninjas. And we are going to see a lot of firepower coming out.
Now, all this not lost. We haven't found ribbons yet, correct?
We have not found ribbons, no. So we still could definitely see some danger. But we do have a crown spotting from the Circle of Sages, so lots of extra EXP on the table. It's the first time we've gotten the crown tonight, but every time you get the crown, because Fetch Quest turn-ins are vanilla, that means we're going to get the crown, we're going to get the herb, and we're going to get the Mystic Key. And if you really want to dig, you can get an extra incentive item from the Corneria Locked Treasury. So you're looking at 60 to 80% extra experience points for our runners.
Yeah, that's a lot, and it really speeds up a grind, that's for sure. Fire 3 as a level 3 spell, so if for some reason you run out of those nuke charges, you've got a backup. What do we have? We have Wall as a level 3 white spell, not taken. We have Opal Rings over at Crescent Lake for 8,090 quid, so We have Cure 3 for white magic. We have
Defense swords
Bane?
for sale. Yeah, Bane
sorry?
swords to be able to cast Bane, and we have defense swords for sale to cast Ruse. So definitely we have a lot of interesting options on the table. We might see a couple of different strategies emerge from the options our runners have.
All right. Let's see. Looks like Tyrannex will proceed with the promotion. Yeah, virtually nothing in the armor store over in Tarnin's side. We're going to check out the key item from Sarda. What is that going to be? Oh, yeah, it's a slab. That's right. We saw that earlier.
Oh, Eternal Newbie pointing out that we have a ribbon sighting in Elfland Armor Shop. 26k will get you ribbons for each of your light warriors.
So that makes the grind a little bit more interesting, because not only do you want to find experience points, you also want to find gold pieces. There are monsters out there that give you huge experience, but not a lot of gold. So just something they gotta, it's just a minor thing that they gotta keep in mind, because they have those ribbons. They want 78,000 gold to pick up those 3 ribbons.
So Tarnin and Cheese have both just finished killing Astos. And they're off to the races to do their key quest turn in. And so they're going to be getting a lot of extra EXP. Be surprised if our runners don't just go straight back to Northwest Castle and see what those 2 trap tiles there are.
We have not checked the Earth Cave trap tiles yet. There's the crystal. There are 2 herbs over on the right side of your screen. There's an Astos fight. There goes Astos.
Yeah, it's true that we haven't checked the Earth trap tiles, the 3 that are available in Earth 1. But the nice thing about the Northwest Castle trap tiles is that you actually have a free walk to them, so you're able to just quickly go into them without having to worry about any sort of random encounters mucking up your time on the way in. Oh, Kukutsuki pointing out we also have a katana sighting for 4,500 gold in Elfland, so we could potentially be seeing double katana Mazmune strats for physical attackers, in addition to having 3 nukes on the team.
Oh, yeah, that would be very interesting. So, Rags asking in chat, good seeing you. 7-minute class, yeah. Thelenios, good seeing you as well. Correcting 3 minutes. It was 3 or 4 minutes, and the reason for this is the flags of the Chaos Rush, and you immediately start with an airship. You immediately know that you've got all these key items all over the place, and you just happen to pick up tails. So, boom, 4-minute class change.
Alright, so a couple of runners running around doing a little bit of shopping, and we're probably going to start seeing some trap tiles real soon. Wappy, gotta go ahead and give us the look at the extra incentive buried in Locked Corner area.
Yeah, it's a canoe.
New, so a little bit of extra EXP. Still worth it.
Okay, let's see. Went over to the Oasis that Tarnin did. So, where's he gonna go now? Is the question.
Yeah, Tarnin might be looking for the vendor item. It's a little bit of a curious play. I'm not sure I would do that in this. You have a lot of key items already, and 3 nuke casters, so I would really be trying to find a trap tile. And speaking of trap tiles, Tyrannex has found 2 Gersharks and 6 Wizzahags. That is some really juicy experience points on the table.
If he can pull off a nuke, which he cannot, so you'll have to come back to that little. Oh, how about 3 mages?
Now, this is a great starter pack for EXP. And they do not have a whole lot of HP. It goes down to a couple of swings from the Mazmune.
Yeah, now might be in a much better spot to take on the Gray Sharks and the Wizard Sahags there. So As a matter of fact, gonna take his winnings and go right back in there.
Yeah, anytime you get a couple of levels in Chaos Rush, you definitely want to be saving that progress. Levels are your primary resource here in the Chaos Rush. Ooh, and has found Agamas on a trap tile. So this is the 2 to 4 Agama pack, so a very juicy experience points pack, and it looks like they don't have much HP. So this is exactly what Tyrannex wants to find. Wappy is shortly going to find this pack as well, heading for that Earth trap tile.
Oh, better hope to pull off that nuke. The sooner the better. There it is. Boom. Goodbye. 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 And not goodbye, but will soon be goodbye. And there it goes. And how much is that? 11,000 experience points. This is so amazing. Imagine if there was only one character alive. Multiply that by 3. Dang.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of experience points. Thelenios in chat asking, what level are we looking for here? That is a great question. So, with having the 2 ninjas and wanting to get as many nuke charges as possible, our runners are definitely going to want to hit at least level 21. That's going to give the ninjas their 4 nuke casts. That's as many as they can get. At that point, our runners could decide to take a risky gamble if they really want to try and press their luck for a quick time. But I would say probably mid to upper 20s would be much safer. Probably level 30 for a good HP pool under your belt.
And let's see here. What is Tyrannex gonna do with just one ninja alive? Gonna do some more grinding. Okay, here we go.
Now, it looks like Tyrannex brought his Light Warriors back. I think he's got everybody back up now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Wappy. Wappy did that, and is continuing.
Yeah, I mean, Wappy only lost one of the ninjas, so he's still getting levels on 2 of his nuke casters. He might think that's good enough, and indeed has already hit mid-level 20s. And he has 2 spell charges on that lower-level ninja, so he might consider that to be good enough and just want to burn off some of these... well, it looks like he's switching to melee strats on some of these low Agama packs. I'll be curious to see what level he decides to grind to. He's probably going to want to get a decent amount of HP under his belt. So I would say probably mid-30s if he's doing a 2-man grind.
Our 2 runners on the right side of your screen is going to check out some other spike tiles. I see a bunch of mummies on the on that one trap tile.
Yeah, this is an okay trap tile to take. It's not worth a huge amount of experience points, but Tarnin might consider this good enough to get himself up to level 15 to get a couple of those nuke charges before he starts really grinding into it. Cheese, meanwhile, checking out the Earth trap tile, gonna find that 2 to 4 Agama pack, gonna be very happy with it, but he does not have spell charges for those ninjas just.
Very quickly, Wappy up to level 30. Now, remember, Wappy must win, and Cheesinator must finish last in order for Wappy to become the number 1 seed and get the automatic buy into the grand final. And that's because Cheesinator had a higher qualifying seed than Wappy did. So a tie is not going to do it here.
Yeah, and importantly, all 3 of the other runners besides Cheesinator are still in the hot seat. Any one of these runners could be eliminated if they finish with a low enough score. So all 3 of them definitely want to have a strong finish here to give themselves the boost they need to ensure getting into the semifinals.
And let's see. It's pretty much all the gammas all the time. Well, Tarnin is going to check out the grind spot over at the spike tile, over at the Western Keep. And what do we have here? Well, we have a cloth, a bunch of money, and an opal shield, and great centipedes.
Yeah, Gerpedes aren't too bad, and it looks like they have under 300 HP, so Quick Quad X does the job. His Light Warriors are now level 15. Not sure if he's going to stick with the Gerpedes. Looks like he's still exploring a little bit more. Gonna take this Wizard Pack and then probably dip out. I don't know that Garpedes are quite good enough to be the tile that you want to take here. I expect he'll probably head over to Earth and quickly find the Agma pack as well.
Yeah, the clock is quickly running as we very quickly see 34 extra defense over on Tyrannex's side for all three of our runners. And that only costs like 24,000 gold pieces. And where else is he going to go? Is it ribbon time? Yes, it is, but can only afford 2.
Actually, it looks like he can only afford 1. He's going to have to sell off some other gear if he wants to buy another one. Fortunately, that heel helm is not quite enough to be able to afford it. Might sell off a weapon. Otherwise, he might just decide that 2 ribbons or a ribbon is important or good enough to be able to try a dive. So Wappy heading into Topher now, and Tyrannex is as well. So both of these runners are going to give it an attempt. We got triple nukes, so this is definitely a possibility. Wappy immediately resets out of the Tiamat 2 fight. He's going to find Kraken 2 on the other side. So definitely not an option you really want to start off with, but going to go back to Tiamat 2 as Tiamat tends to not quite hit as hard as Kraken.
Wow, this is going to be 2 quite challenging fights here, and oh boy, we really haven't gotten off to a very good start here. We are only swinging for some 30 damage, and very quickly nuke charges are draining.
Yeah, I expect the nuke charges are really going to start flying as the high absorb from Tiamat. It means that physical attacks are not a terribly great option, so the nukes are going to fly early. Fortunately, it looks like it doesn't have too many HP, and Wappy is able to get past Tiamat 2, going to move on and find Carry 2 behind her.
No, and I'm kind of wondering if the other direction's the better way right now with because well, especially with Bane. Oh my goodness, goodbye to the first thief there, and then 7 hits for 370. Oh, I might want to try Kraken here. Tarnin's gonna try the Wizards, the Hags, and the Gray Sharks. See if that works out.
Yeah, he did not see the Agamas, I don't think, which he found this tile first, and this is certainly a tile that's good enough that I would take it. You don't really need to futz around with finding a different option if you see this one. Wappy gets through Carry 2. Meanwhile, Tyrannex gets through Kraken 2 and is on to Lich 2. So Wappy gonna give us our first look at this alternate final boss.
Yeah, this was definitely the better route here. As 2 Warmex and 6 Evil Men. Here we go. It's Nuke Fest time. And Warmex like, I could do that too.
Robot. We have the robots. Warmex shows that he has Stop as his first spell. Evilmen don't have too many HP, not able to survive 2 nukes, so... but the nuclear comes out from the robot.
Yeah, hashtag not random enough, as we all know that Warmex loved nuclear in the vanilla series, but this might be it. If these out of nukes, here we go. Gonna have to throw the sword. Fast coming down, lit 3, nuke. Here we go, not enough. Another nuke here is also not enough. Gonna have to start swinging swords now. Maybe cast Fire 3, but Cure 3 to try to stay alive? Here we go. Tyrannex going after...
Entirely out of card. Oh my goodness, we're entirely out of spell charges. And down goes one ninja. Down goes the red wizard for Wappy. Tyrannex gets a robot down, though.
Oh, 1 Cure 4 is not enough. And Lit 2 comes down. We're down to a red mage.
But importantly, he got the Cure 4 off. So, oh no, a nuke of his own coming out of the robot.
This is crazy. If Tyrannex wins, no!
Ooh. Almost 600 damage from 2 hits from the Warmech. And Tyrannex decides he's going to go back in there, going to try it again. Meanwhile, Wappy has decided getting more levels of the play. Cheesenator now into Temple of Fiends Revisited has taken down Kraken 2 onto Lich 2. Tarnin's still grinding a couple of levels. Tarnin's now around level 34 for all of his Light Warriors. So we will see how this plays out for our runners.
Oh, at this point, I mean, you can keep trying this as much as you want, but I would start swinging the sword on those first two fights, Kraken and Lich, trying to get as much damage down as you can. You want to save your nukes for all the war mechs and all the evil men and all the nuclears and all this and all that and all this. But here's Cheesenator, gonna go for 8 points in the round of 8. It's gonna be a tough match, but hey, you gotta try.
Tyrannex makes a smart decision, uses physical attacks to take out Lich 2, and has conserved some of his nuke charges to fight these robots. So hopefully this time around he'll have a couple more charges and maybe he'll be able to get through. Cheesenator's down to just the war mechs. Tyrannex still has 2 evil men alive. Unfortunately, Stop lands on one of the ninjas. Nuclear comes out from Warmech. Meanwhile, Cheesenator down to just a single ninja. Tornado coming out. 4 hits, 4 damage. Not going to do it. Lit 3 comes out, and this is over for Cheesenator's first dive. Tarnin's joined them in Topher now.
And Tyrannex died to the Warmechs. Just couldn't dismiss any of the players. Tornadoes and nuclears and the whole 9 yards. And Tyrannex gonna try it again. Cheesenator back to the grind.
Yeah, levels and HP are going to be at a premiere here. We know that this final fight is dangerous. We're going to need all the HP and MDEF we can get to survive those nukes and nuclears. Wappy and Cheesenator back at the ground. Tarnin is through Kraken 2 onto Lich 2, doing some physical attacks to take down Lich 2. Tyrannex also finishes Kraken 2 onto Lich 2 himself now.
Wow, and Tarnin, yep, as Shadow Walker mentioned, here we go. Warmech and friends, here we go again. It's all how evil will those Warmechs be?
Wappy is finished with his quick grind again. He's back at Topher himself now. Tarnin has 2 of the evil men down, sees the Stop come out from Warmechs, lands on one of the Red Wizards, so that's going to be 1 fewer nuke he's going to get out each round. Thieves are letting loose the nukes. Stop comes out again, stuns one of the ninjas now.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Tarnin, but I mean, the battle's not over. Okay, Red Mage back in, but one of the thieves is down. Tyrannex now trying Warmech and friends again. And Wappy's going against Carrie, going to try the Carrie Tiamat combo. And there's the nuclear. Tyrannex goes down again. And now what? Going to try again.
Tarnin forgot to pick up some ribbons before his Topher dive, but he has importantly remembered that they are here in Elfland. So he's going to stock up on those ribbons and probably make another dive. Wappy fighting Carrie 2 has taken her down onto the final fight again. Wappy's level 44 on 2 of his Light Warriors and 32 on the 3rd. His levels are looking much better for this dive now.
Yeah, like what's happening here as Wappy trying the Warmech and friends again. I don't know. What else can we say? If Wappy wins this, definitely will make it into the last chance race, but there's a nuclear coming down. And those are not good nuke rolls.
That's right. If Wappy, Tyrannex, or Tarnin finishes in first here, they are guaranteed the ability to move on. So this is a very important first place finish.
And believe it or not, we're only 25 minutes into this seed. I really can't believe this. With all this action that's been happening here, and we've only got 25 minutes on the clock. Tornado falling on on Wappy. Last chance, pretty much. Oh, Crack got away with it fast. Well, might have a second round here. Oh, but those are 2 weak nukes. Well, that was a little bit better, but needs a little bit more out of nuke charges. Oh, 4 hits, 4 damage. That is it. I'm going to try it again.
Cheesenator also on the Warmech and Friends fight, so all of our runners have seen the final fight now. They all know what they're in for. Wappy is back to the grind, going to go get some more levels. He definitely does not feel safe enough. He might just grind all the way to 50 on all 3 of his Light Warriors now. I would not be surprised.
Crack coming down. It's a free turn from that Warmech. There's the nuke. Down goes a ninja, excuse me. Lit 3 down to 4 tornado. Gone! Now what is Cheesenator going to do? Yeah, it's these seeds that these runners are probably going to be at a little bit of a loss here.
Yeah, unfortunately, all you can really do is make sure you've got as much absorb and get some ribbons and either pray for better turn order or decide that you need to change up your strategy. I don't know if any of our runners are going to be bold enough to try a physical-based strategy on these Warmechs, but it's going to take something different. It seems like the just throwing out nukes and praying is not quite enough damage fast enough.
Yeah, Tarnin tried a new strategy, trying to heal 3 and keep those Light Warriors alive, but the Warmechs are just hitting too hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tarnin has decided it's back to the grind. 3 of our runners now back to the grind. Cheesenator still making a play at this.
And I see 2 of our Light Warriors hitting level 50 over on Wappy's side.
Yeah, Asher pointing out that the Warmechs have well over 1,000 HP. Spell Zap estimating somewhere around 1,500. These are some beefy Warmechs, and they are dangerous to boot. They have tons of nasty skills and spells, and they hit very hard. So all of this to really put our runners at a disadvantage. This is definitely one of the more difficult final bosses that you could see here.
Well, still has plenty of charges, and I'm really liking this strategy. Trying to get the heal 3 and trying to stay alive. We're down to those 2 Warmechs now. We had a very good first nuke there. We were seeing damage around 300 apiece. And looks like the Warmech is being peaceful right now, but there's a fast. That's going to help. It's a free turn. There's the nuclear. Heal 3 is going to be countered, so everybody's going to gain about 80 hit points each. Very weak nuke there, so not good. Let's see, more heal 3. After this, they're just going to have to swing the sword and hope things work out. That is not enough HP. So, you're going to have to fight. Well, you're going to go to Fire 3? You're going to try... the defense sword, maybe? Let's see.
It's really hard to figure out what our runners should be doing here. These are not great options. I mean, we don't have anything to be able to block some of this non-elemental damage. Wappy making a smart play here, saving every single one of his nukes. He does, in fact, have a full level 50 party. So Wappy has saved every one of his nuke charges. He is going to go all out on these Warmechs. He has 17 nukes in the chamber and as much HP as he can muster. Mizada asking, does Quad X work on Warmech? No. Quad X is only going to land on things that are 300 HP or less and not resistant against death. And Warmech does in fact resist death, so without Xfer to strip that resistance, that is off the table.
A very unfortunate start to the Warmech and Friends fight over on Wappy's side. All 3 characters went last. Tyrannex trying one more time. Oh, wow, what a huge nuke, but one of the Warmechs is gone. Maybe the other one will go down. Not yet. 74 damage, 76 damage, getting critical hits. No, down again.
Meanwhile, Tarnin on the grind, level 49 for all of his Light Warriors, just one more level to go. Wappy is back at it. He's thrown out the nukes. Wormex had fasted up. One of the Wormex now is going to have twice the normal amount of swings. The stop comes out, ineffective on all three Light Warriors. Nuke comes out, 222, 182. That is it for Thief 2. He is out of nuke charges.
Oh, nice crit. 188 damage, but it's not quite enough. Oh, there goes one. There goes one. Let's see.
One Wormec down. He still has three Light Warriors standing. He has a lot of damage potential coming out. 3 hits for 65.
Oh.
Tornado comes out. Thief 2 is still standing at 1 HP. Nuke comes out 174, and that is it. Wappy finishes first place with an official SRL time, 30 minutes, 34 seconds. GG to Wappy, earning himself into at least the semifinals.
And now, so Wappy has done his job. He got those 3 points. He's got the 6 points. Now he's hoping, he's praying for Cheeseinator to do his job and finish last, because if Cheeseinator does so, Wappy will advance into the grand final. But if Cheeseinator gets just 1 point, Cheeseinator will move on to the grand final. We'll see. Anything's still possible. As you can see, must have had 20 fights or so already.
Tyrannex going at it again.
Oh,
Tyrannex
great
and
play with
Torrent,
that.
This finish is very important. Whichever of them finishes before the other one is the one that will remain in. So at this point, Tyrannex or Tarnin, one of them is in the hot seat and one of them will move on.
Oh, and the Lit 3 got off before the Cure 4 did, so... Oh my goodness, we got one! We got two, and Tyrannex moves on!
GG Tyrannex, 31-54. He finishes in second place and has earned his way into the semifinal match. Let's see now if Tarnin can play spoiler to Cheeseinator's auto advancement into the finals, or if Cheeseinator will finish in third and claim his spot in the finals bracket. And
Well, we're
in
going to
fact
find
joined
out
now by both Tyrannex and Wappy 103. GG, gentlemen. That was a extremely tough seed. Let's start with Wappy. Why don't you tell us what you were thinking when you saw just what all we were in for? And Wappy 103. GG.
Well, I played a Thief Black Mage seed earlier, and can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I was echoing there. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I played Thief Red Mage or Black Mage seed earlier, where it was, you get 3 nukes and murder whatever comes to the end. But these had more HP than those, so I'm really glad the Agama tile was there. I think that's all I have to say about that.
Twitch and Chill asking, how's Tarnin going to do this without the tail? Tarnin does in fact have the tail. He's using some sprite edits, so his colors are a little bit different, but he does in fact have 2 ninjas and a red wizard, just like the rest of our runners did. Tyrannex, GG, you finished in second place, which means that you have earned your way into the semifinal match. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. Third, second. These guys are really, really good at Chaos Rush, so not too familiar with Thief Seed, so I didn't feel that great.
Yeah, this was a rough one. Second place finish in a seed like this, that's very good. I mean, this particular kind of seed where you have to grind to 50 in order to beat the game. You don't see those in Chaos Rush very often. This is, I would say, the top tier of difficulty coming out of this flag set. So, very well done.
Cheeseinator, I'm going to interrupt here. Cheeseinator is really close now. We have just 1 Warmac left, 5 hits for 129. There's fast free turn, 4 hits. Oh, we're going to have one more round. And 5 hits for 102. That's not enough. 471. Got it. And Cheeseinator will advance to the grand final.
Yep, they tied, actually.
Yeah, how does that work?
Oh, what? What?
Yeah, 6 points for Cheesenator and 6 points for Wappy, but because Cheesenator is the top seed coming into
No.
this pod.
No.
Tarnin and
I-
Cheesenator both got. third.
Oh,
yeah,
the exact
it's
same
actually
time.
it's a dead heat.
so apologize for the stream delay. We have 2 tied third place finishes. Well, that's a good question.
Where's the rules? I think we have to find the rule set. Let's see.
I didn't even know SRL would do that.
Okay, I'm getting the rule set now. Let's see.